My name is Tina David, and I belong to the Unifier group for the Mlcp 2025.
My name is Eunice Odeneye from the Unifier group of the um, Basic Mlcp.
Greetings. My name is Ernest IG, a member of the Unifier Group, Mlcp Cohort 2, 2025.
Good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel Akaiso. I'm a member of the Unifiers group of the Basic MLCP 2025. To answer the first question, the leadership traits that accounted for Pastor David's success were determination, confidence, charisma, and sociability. Determination because when he started as the leader of the youth group, he encountered resistance from several long-standing members. However, that did not deter him from pursuing his vision. He must have been led by the Spirit of God, which boosted his confidence in the vision. In his vision, rather. His caring and charismatic nature is evident in the fact that he wasn't just focused on completing tasks, but on building relationships with God and with others. His Unity weekly 20 minutes devotional and group check-ins made everyone on the team feel like their voices were heard. As a sociable leader, team members could approach him for spiritual guidance and support during tough times.
I would like to say that he implemented a visionary method, and he had a vision that guided his strategies for positive outcome.
Pastor David's success can be attributed to his empathy, humor, caring nature, ability to build unity and teamwork, and focus on relationship and spiritual growth.
The leadership traits that accounted for Pastor David's success are determination. He was a determined person. He was a determined leader. He was sociable. He was intelligent. He was confident, and he was charismatic. His confidence and determination showed when he first started pastoring the church, and they were not too happy with him, but he was determined and focused, and was able to win the people to win them over.
For question 2, I would describe Pastor David's leadership abilities as inspirational, strategic, excellence oriented, encouraging, dependable, a motivator, and a team builder.
He also demonstrated leadership abilities, including inspirational, strategic, and he was empathic to members of his church.
Pastor David's leadership ability can be described as competent. He was also influential. He had a good and thriving relationship with his team, and he also modeled faith and led by examples. Like I said earlier, he was also determined.
Leadership abilities Pastor David demonstrates strong interpersonal skills, effective communication, ability to empower and mentor others, then strategic planning through retreats and Unity Week.
For question 3, I think his administrative, interpersonal, and conceptual skills were top notch. Administratively, he formulated the accountability structure where senior leaders modeled maturity in their faith and led by example. The junior leaders served as mentors and assisted in planning group activities. And at the same time, newer members learned from the established leaders and contributed as they grew in their spiritual understanding. His interpersonal skills were on display with his 20 minutes devotional and group checking. His concept of Unity Week and his ability to conceptualize a vision and bring it to fruition demonstrated that he possessed conceptual skills.
He also built a strong administrative structure tailored to satisfy all stages of members' process.
So, administrative, he organizes retreats and Unity Week, structures team roles. Then, in interpersonal, he builds relationship, empathetic and supportive. Then, conceptual, he understood the bigger picture of ministry, and spiritual growth.
Pastor David stacked up on these skills by guiding the younger member of the church with wisdom, by involving them in planning activity, while newer members learned from the existing members. He also held a 20-minute weekly devotional, which was also a group check-in. And this also shows that he was consistent in the way he led the church. The 20-minute check-in also helped him with his interpersonal relationship with his members. He was sociable and he had humor and light-hearted moments to building warmth.
Then question 4, task and relationship behavior. Pastor David balances task-oriented behavior, like planning, goal setting, with relationship-focused behavior, mentoring, support, and teamwork.
He established an accountability structure and team bonding that integrated both old and new members into the ministry culture, and each member supported one another.
He integrated tasks based on spiritual maturity and he built value for age and experience.
He integrated task and relationship behavior in his leadership by involving the younger members as mentors to assist in training.
Question 5. His leadership style from a relational perspective is, to my mind, is democratic and participative, where every member is carried along, feels seen and heard. He created an environment that encouraged members to demonstrate responsibility, commitment, and self-control towards the ministry's goals.
Pastor David's leadership style is democratic because he allowed the team members to participate in decision making, which led them to discover and develop their own strengths too.
I would describe his leadership as a visionary style with clear focus.
Pastor David's leadership is characterized by building trust, fostering a sense of community, encouraging open communication, and demonstrate care and support for his team.
Finally, Pastor David's ministry exemplified leadership as an influence process by encouraging and providing spiritual guidance during tough times.
By creating an enabling environment, he was able to encourage the members to participate in shaping the ministry's vision while helping one another grow and improve. He also had a feedback structure where every team member had the opportunity to offer praise or raise any concerns.
Building a shared vision and mission, um, empowering team members to take ownership. Then the last one here, demonstrating servant leadership through his action and behavior.
Overall, I would say that his method is characterized by collective effect and strong emphasis on spiritual growth.
For the second part of the group work, question 1, I would say that the leadership traits that contributed to Jessica's success in the marketplace were confidence, authenticity, integrity, and a commitment to serving others. She adopted the servant leader approach by taking the time to understand her employees' personal values, challenges, and aspirations, and then aligning each person's purpose with the company's goals.
Jessica's success can be attributed to her authenticity, um, integrity, strategic humility, empathy, and commitment to serving others.
Jessica's leadership traits her integrity, trustworthy. She was dependable. She was committed. She was an encourager and a great motivator.
Jessica's leadership traits can be seen as that of a servant leadership, characterized by team empowerment, humility, integrity, and purpose.
Then question 2, leadership abilities Jessica demonstrates. Effective listening and communication, ability to empower and trust her team, uh, strong moral compass and commitment to values. And the last one here, ability to build a positive and innovative team culture.
I would describe her leadership abilities as inspirational, foresighted, dynamic, strategic, excellence oriented, encouraging, and above all, she had integrity as a Christian, as a Christian leader in the marketplace.
And her leadership ability can be described as one full of compassion, full of empathy, trust, integrity. She was a problem solver. She had compassion and she had honesty, and she believed that a win for one was a win for all.
I would describe her leadership abilities as motivational, inspiring, and also empathic.
So, question 3, her interpersonal skills were on display when she invested time in understanding her employees' personal values, challenges, and aspirations. Her concept of strategic humility and transforming her team from the inside out demonstrated her immense conceptual skills in bringing a vision to life. Administratively, stepping back and empowering her team to make decisions while trusting them to take responsibility created an environment that enabled the growth and success of her team.
By empowering her team to lead decision, she trusted them with responsibility and authority. She guided them by purpose. She consistently reminded them to lead with honesty and never to compromise their standard. This also explain why she had integrity as one of her core in leadership.
Administrative, effectively manages her team and makes strategic decisions. Uh, Interpersonal, she builds strong relationship, empathetic and supportive. Then conceptual, she understood the bigger picture of leadership and its impact on the organization.
Now, to the fourth question, I would say that by reminding her team members that their identity as leaders wasn't based solely on what the company achieved, but on how they led through honesty and compassion, as well as the way they treated each other, their clients, and the communities they served, was, to my mind, one of the ways she integrated task and relationship behaviors in her leadership.
She also integrated task and behavior by task focused, balanced work and personal relationship.
She integrated tasks and relationship in her leadership by her commitment to serve others. She invested in them and she invested in them and in their personal values and challenges. She believed that as a leader with honesty and compassion, she will build a reliable team.
Jessica balances task-oriented behavior. That is aligning team purpose with the company's mission, the company mission. That is with relationship-focused behavior, listening, empowering, and supporting her team.
Moving on to the fifth question, the answer I would give is I would describe Jessica's leadership from a relational perspective, like I said before, as a servant leader style, because she sought first to understand her employees and then empowered them to lead while guiding them from the background. She didn't dominate meetings with aggressive tactics or power plays or trying to be, trying to lord over them. So, to my mind, that was servant leader style.
Jessica's leadership is described as democratic because she involved everybody. She let them took decisions and hear their own points of view.
I would say that her style is built on integrity, purpose, and a good working relationship in order for her to achieve her set goal for the organization.
Jessica's leadership is characterized by building trust and integrity, fostering a sense of purpose and community. Then she demonstrated care and support for her team. Then leading, she led well, leading with humility and authenticity.
Finally, question 6.
As an influence process, she built trust, empowered and drove mutual respect between herself and that of her employees.
Jessica's leadership exemplified leadership as an influence process in the marketplace when she demonstrated authenticity, integrity, commitment to serve others. She was able to gain their trust by being honest, even at the critical crossroad, while faced with intense competition.
Jessica leads by inspiring and motivating her team, building a culture of integrity and trust, um, building team members to take ownership and lead, then demonstrating servant leadership through her action and behavior.
I would say that she was able to establish a culture of integrity, trust, and unwavering commitment to conducting business in accordance with God's principles. As a Christian leader, she put her godly convictions above all else. So that's why even when they were going through a storm, she encouraged them to be steadfast. That it wasn't just about numbers, but about how they led with compassion and integrity. That's my submission.